Hey everybody, how's it going? Hopefully you're having a great Sunday. I've had a wonderful Sunday doing all kinds of journaling today, all kinds of reading and just writing down all kinds of ideas, brainstorming. This is one of the favorite things that I love to do. Hopefully you're doing that too. And I really wanted to share one of the gems that I wrote down here today with you about the number one rule in marketing. And I'm going to actually print this guy off because it should stay above my desk here so I never forget this. And it's not that I do forget this, but it's one thing that I really want to share with you because I think it's the most important thing about marketing. And it just articulated so well by Craig Simpson, Brian Kurtz, who paraphrased John Caples, one of the greatest marketing guys ever, right? So here's what the number one rule in marketing is. And I'm going to read this to you because I want to make sure that I get this right, okay? And I wrote this down here, so I just want to make sure that everything is correct here for you. So here's what the number one rule is. Test everything. Don't take anyone's word or opinion on any aspect of your marketing. If you want marketing materials that you know work for you, become a scientific advertiser, okay? So this is the basics of marketing. I do coaching every single day with people, and the number one thing that I tell them is to test, right? And this articulated it way better because here's what happens is we get into these groups, we get into, we ask a lot of questions. We want to know what the best things are, what's the best email sequence, what's the best, how to do a Facebook ad or whatever it is. And there's nothing wrong with going and asking people's opinions, asking for experts' opinions, what's working for them, what's not working, stuff like that, right? But then what I find is people will try those things and then it doesn't work for them and they just bail on whatever that is. Especially Facebook ads, right? So Facebook ads is one of the biggest culprits of this because you have to go in and test for yourself, test audiences, you have to test placements or test copy, test pictures, all kinds of different things, and everybody will have their opinion about what works. That doesn't mean that you don't follow, you don't model. So in my case, as a coach with helping people do this stuff, what I do is give them a starting point. But at the same time, when I give them that starting point, I say, listen, this is kind of what I believe is going to work for you, but it doesn't guarantee anything. And so they have to understand, and the same as you, is where that testing comes into play. Because if you're not testing, you're not ever going to know whether A, it's going to work for you. And if it doesn't work for you, then you kind of know you just throw that out. You say, listen, that one didn't work. What if it does work? What if something that you tried really works? One of the things that legendary copywriters, Gary Halbert, Eugene Schwartz, David Ogilvy, like all these people, one of the things that they continuously did was try to beat their own controls, right? A control is something that works. A control is you've got an ad, or let's say a Facebook ad, or a sales copy, or a landing page that works. You're getting 50% opt-ins or something like that. And if that's working for you, that's called a control. And the idea is to never stop trying to make it better, okay? You're trying to always beat the control to see, well, maybe there's a little bit more there. Now, I don't want you to go hog wild crazy on this because sometimes we get caught up in this, and I'll get people who come at me and say, listen, I've got this landing page, it's converting at, 30%, 35% or so, and I want to get more opt-ins, but the other part of the funnel isn't working yet. So they haven't gotten any sales or whatever, right? So yes, we can tweak the front end and get 35 or 40% opt-ins, but it doesn't do anything if the end of the funnel isn't working, right? So just want to throw that in there as a little bit of a tidbit as well as I'm telling you this, to always try to beat your controls. But if you have a funnel that's working, if you have a process that's working, then yeah, you always want to try and beat that control to try and get more people in and see if there's something that you're not doing on the front end that might be better, okay? So again, I just want to leave you with this very quick tidbit on the number one rule for marketing. Write this down. I'm going to read it again, okay? Test everything. Don't take anyone's word or opinion on any aspect of your marketing. If you want your marketing materials that work for you, become a scientific advertiser. And one of the things I did mention about becoming a scientific advertiser is just about taking data. I never thought that I would be one of those people who loves data. I didn't do really well with math in school, and it's one of the things that I'm just freaking out over now not math, but actually taking data. It's like saying, well, how many options did it go, and what's the conversion rate, and all this other kind of stuff. Always taking data to make sure that you're using the right decisions, because if you don't have the data in front of you, you can't make the right decisions. So that's what scientific advertising means, is make sure that you make decisions based on the data and not by your emotions or anything else, okay? So there you go. That's the number one marketing tip that I wanted to share with you today on a Sunday. Hopefully you have a great Sunday, the rest of the Sunday evening. I'm going to chill, watch a little bit of a hockey game, actually. Just going to chill back and then start off again tomorrow. Monday morning is a whole brand new week. Love when Mondays come around. Hopefully you have yourself a great night. Talk to you later.